Good morning, guys. Getting ready to shoot over our workout of the day. Helping me out is my son, Levi. Come on over here for me, Levi. So we're gonna start off. I want you to focus on technique. Yesterday, we were talking about aiming for perfection within our form. Today, we're gonna look at how we're gonna make our front kicks better. So the first thing we look at is shaping. When we talk about shaping for a front kick, the reason a front kick is oftentimes overlooked is because it's one of the things we learn on day one. And because of that, we simply think, okay, well, we got it, right? So a lot of the time what you'll see is a front kick where everything pulls back or a front kick where everything points forward. We're not gonna point our toes and we're not gonna point our heel. When you throw a front kick, I want you to think about pulling your toes back at the same time as you're pushing your foot forward. So a lot of time when I teach this in class, we describe it kind of like rubbing your belly and patting your head. It's one of those things that kind of feels like it doesn't mix really well. But if I'm here and I go foot forward, toes back, where I think toes back and just push the ball of the foot forward. This is a coordination drill. You just have to get accustomed to it. It feels a little bit different, but what I want you to do is you're gonna either sit down or you can use a balance aid. Levi today, we'll have him use a balance aid. So I want you just to kind of hold on to this bag, Levi.
Slightly.
So just put your hand up against the bag. There you go. I want you to pick your front foot up. And he's gonna do 10 of these on each leg, but he's gonna focus first on thinking about pushing out the ball of his foot as he extends his leg out, foot forward, toes backwards, right? So foot goes forward, but his toes are pulling my fingers back, very good. Then he's gonna retract, keeping his knee in the same position. You're gonna do 10 of these with your right leg and 10 of these with your left leg. You can also do this seated on the ground. Obviously that would be more comfortable, but I want you to focus on feeling that extension and most importantly, focusing on the shape of the front kick itself. After you do 10 of those on each leg, we're gonna go into our workout for the day. So yesterday, we focused on the section of the form that you're currently keyed in on. And one of the things that we were talking about in this idea of being quarantined all the time is how do we make ourselves better? How do we continue to teach ourselves, educate ourselves, and improve something without necessarily having somebody pouring into us each time that we do that? And so it comes down to being patient. Patience is not something that many of our junior students have a ton of, and truthfully, it's probably not something many of our teen students have a ton of, but patience can be developed. So if there's anything we may learn from this, it might be that. But as we have now maybe had this heightened sense of what I'm doing different in my form, maybe there was a stance I realized that I didn't necessarily do what I thought I was doing. Maybe what I was expecting wasn't actually what was taking place. I want you to do your form. I want you to do it normal, but I want all the kicks in the form to be pressing kicks. Think about a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So if Levi was to do the white and yellow belt section of the form, should be Levi.
Yes, sir.
Ready? Your form, go. Boom. So he's gonna put full power, keep going. He's gonna have great stances. He's gonna have good preparations. Once he gets to move 4, freeze. Now, when he does this next move and his hands go up, he's gonna do a pressing side kick. So this is a difficult drill, and Levi is probably not prepared for this today. But from a chambered position, he's gonna go all the way out for a 3 count, all the way back for a 3 count, into his knife hand strike, which he then turns back up to full speed. Let's see what that looks like. See if you can do it. That's a super fast 3. That's probably why he thinks he washes his hands for 20 seconds. Anyway, so you're gonna do your form just like that. Every kick is gonna be pressing except for the spin heel in the brown belt section, if that's where you're at. Obviously, this is much more intense for longer forms, black belt level forms. But once you're finished with that form, you're gonna do a simulated sparring round. This is what we talked about yesterday, 90 seconds, but I wanna isolate how we think. So all you're allowed to do is punches, hook punches, uppercuts, crosses, jabs, whatever you've got, and blocks. Now, some people yesterday were like, I feel silly blocking without anything. But that's what we're doing. We're imagining where that attack comes from. Strategy is imagination in action. So when I'm in there and I'm throwing my block, I think about what I might see off of that attack, block, and then I'm countering back through. I want to act as if I know what would be coming so that maybe in a live action sparring match, I see it, it makes sense, and I'm able to attack it. So punching and blocking only, 90 seconds for that sparring round, and that's gonna roll into a 3-minute, do as many of these as you can inside of those 3 minutes. So you're gonna do 16 jumping squats and 6 burpees. Now, Levi, my demonstrator, So, not down yet. We're not doing the burpees yet. We're going to start with the jump squats, right? So, he's going to make sure his toes are angled out slightly. His knees are directed towards his toes. He's going to squat down, try to get his backside parallel with his knees or lower. Down. He's going to explode out into the jump. That's 1. He's going to do 16 jump squats. So, let's do a few more. 13, 14, 15, 16. Once he finishes number 16, he's going to do 6 burpees. So, burpee, hands down, shoot your feet out to a plank position, get your body to the ground, come up, jump your feet underneath you, leave the ground. Let's see what that looks like. Down, jump your feet in, woo. I like to tell them if they yell woo at the top, it's more fun. Anyway, 6 burpees. As soon as he's done with those, he goes back to the jump squats again. 16 jump squats, 6 burpees, 16 jump squats, 6 burpees. I want you to try to see how many rounds you can get in 3 minutes. Feel free to let me know in your comments, or if you shoot a little video, tell me how many you got done in that first 3-minute round. So round 2, same form sequence. We're going to change the sparring. So instead of simulated sparring hands only, we're going to go feet only, but we're still blocking. Different set of counterattacks. Different feel for the round. If I'm more of an inside fighter, hands make sense. If I like to fight at distance, then my kicks are going to make sense. But I want to block and think about how I would counter. That's where I simulate my blocks. I see a side kick. I like to throw that hook kick off of the side. So I want to see how I would block, what techniques I would imagine. That's where I want to roll with that particular combination. Then we go into our next 3-minute, as many as we can. 16 jump, change leg, front kicks, and then 6 burpees again. So Levi gets in his fighting stance. He's going to jump straight up, front kick with his back leg. Go. Boom. Now, hopefully you land. His left leg will now be in front, and he's going to jump and front kick with the right leg now. Boom. And then the left leg. Boom. So you're going to do 16 of these. This is probably going to take the majority of your 3 minutes. As soon as you're done, you'll do your 6 burpees. If you finish all of that inside of 3 minutes, lucky you, you get to go back to the jump front kicks again. Then we roll to the 3rd round. 3rd round, I want you to do your form full speed. No more pressing. I want everything to be as if it is testing or tournament. Full speed, max power stances, everything is in there. The sparring round, everything is wide open. We're kicking, we're punching, we're blocking, jump spins. Don't hit anything if you're in your living room. It's a great day to get outside and do some of this. And then we go to our final 3-minute, as many as you can. It is mountain climbers and burpees. So mountain climber facing me, push-up position. He goes 1 knee in, 1 foot out, and then just switches legs, switches legs. You don't want your butt quite as high up in the air as his, but you get the idea. As soon as he's done with that, he's already in that position to start his 6 burpees. So he jumps his feet in, he jumps to the top. That's 1. I should have picked a more serious model for this. He's a goober. As soon as you're done with the 6 burpees, we go back to the mountain climbers again. You're going to roll through that for 3 minutes. Please, please, please let us know in the comments on the video, did you participate in this? And we'll even give you a class credit for that. If you shoot a little video maybe of you doing a section of it, give us your scores. How did you do in the 3 minutes? Let's compare a little bit in the comments and see if everybody is working as hard as we can maybe. So hopefully, again, we're still having classes. We have not been told otherwise yet. So that's still the plan. But if you do not attend, again, I fully understand. Safety is first. But we wanted to give you that workout to go off of. I can't wait to shoot you guys another video tomorrow. Hopefully you guys got a good workout. We were doing that one in class yesterday, and I mean, there's a lot of sweat. So we look forward to seeing you tonight, or good luck on the video. Thanks. All right.